I just had a really interesting encounter with this mother and this daughter. Um, the daughter was a beautiful woman. She was telling me about her boyfriend who was from Dubai, and um, she was kind of describing about all the great things of like why she was a great woman. And she talked about, I cook for him, I clean the house, I book his flights. Like he doesn't even know how to book flights anymore because I do all these things for him. Um, and like I couldn't help but think what you're describing is an indentured servant, a mother. Like you're not describing someone that's like a partner, someone that could be loved, someone that could be grown through life with, like someone that just does all your chores and cooks and launders your clothes for you. That's not like a wife. That's not a partner. Um, those are attributes that could all be easily replaced with a chef, with cleaning crew, with a personal assistant. The idea of what she had of what a wife was, what a high value woman that a man would want, was this childish, adolescent view of like essentially um, something you would have as a fantasy as like a kid, like, oh, I'm gonna cook and clean and take care of the kids and do everything for him. He just has to like make the money, provide, um, and like that's a good. I like that idea. Like that's a traditional view of what a relationship should be, um, and I think that's correct. Like that would be like the cherry dessert, but the main course, that's not the entree. Like the true main dish is somebody that you feel completely understood by, someone that you can be yourself with in their presence. Like love, companionship, it's not this commodity. Like it's true love, true companionship. Like when you actually connect with someone, it's a difficult thing to find because what you're trying to uh, discover is a person that you can be completely yourself with, that completely complements your strengths and weaknesses, someone that you respect, um, someone that you have admiration for, because by having admiration, what you're kind of indicating is that you don't have these traits. Because typically people admire things that they don't have. So that's a green light to show that they have complementing characteristics of you. But I just wanted to get this recorded and transcribed before I forgot, because it was such an interesting um, realization for me, just to think like this woman thinks the perfect wife is an indentured servant, essentially, um, which I think a lot of old world Eastern ideologies kind of center around. When in reality, I think what a modern, semi modern, but also rooted in traditional view of a relationship should be is first, you got to have trust and admiration, and you got to have this feeling when you're with that person that you feel understood. You feel um, you feel understood. Like that's I think that's the essence of what a true good relationship is. Someone that makes you feel understood. Because in this world that we live in with um, all these distractions and things pulling us in different ways and um, all these new experiences, what's truly a rare thing to find is a person that makes you feel understood, that makes you feel um, just at home, like they feel like home. No matter where you go, as long as you're with this person, you feel at home. You feel like no matter what happens in the external world, as long as you have this individual in your life, everything's going to be okay. That is what a healthy, true, in its core essence of what a relationship should be to strive for. Yeah, and the last thing I just want to get out before I forget is I thought it was really nice. Just I walked up to these people. They were sitting at a table. I was coming downstairs from working out, And I just, started talking to them. And I don't want to go in depth with the conversation that I had with this girl's mother because it was an hour-long conversation. The overarching thing that I'd like to touch on is just you never know the people that you're sitting next to, how much you have in common with those people. You never know the people that you're bumping shoulders with or walking down the street with, um, how similar your pasts may be, or how much you guys could benefit from just talking to each other for a moment. Um, yeah, I think the world would be a lot better if everybody was just comfortable saying hello to a stranger and starting to talk to them and be interested in them. Like the problem, like just be interested in learning about other people in this world and understanding their experiences on earth at the same time that you're here. So get over your anxiety and thought that people don't want to talk to you, or they're too busy, or they don't have time. Get over that and just, start the interaction. Ask them a question. Um, just ask, yeah, it's that simple. Ask them a question. Within the first 10 seconds of talking to somebody, you can usually know if they're in the mood to have a conversation or if they're not in the mood for that. So just getting that, it's a practice. It's a muscle that you build. And the more that I build this muscle of just um, starting conversations with strangers, the more rich and interesting my experience on this earth gets. But I hope I continue to do this practice because it really has made a difference in how I feel about myself as far as like what's accessible in this experience that we all have, and like where the boundaries of what you can and can't do that society tells us, like you can't talk to this person or you have to stay in your bubble, don't look at other people. Like these are all like stupid things that are not true, and they were created by people no smarter than you, or they were put into your brain by people no smarter than you, more fearful than you. So yeah,